Well, the standoff has come to an end. Mitch Marner signing a brand new 6-year contract with the Maple Leafs. It's been a long process to get to this point, so take us through maybe the last 24, 48 hours and what it took to get this deal done now.
Well, ultimately, Sean, I think that this got done so quickly into camp is because Mitch Marner and his side were willing to go to a 6-year term. This was very important to the Maple Leafs if they were going to give him the kind of money that he wanted, that they at least bought a couple UFA years. In this case, to get 2 of his unrestricted free agent years in the process. And, obviously they paid dearly to do so. He's now the league's second highest paid winger. He's the 7th highest paid player in the entire league. The Leafs have 3 of those with Austin Matthews and John Tavares as well. And so that was the give and take at the end that got this thing over the hump. Marner's camp wanted it to be a 3-year deal. Eventually they went to 6, and they had a breakthrough with the Leafs.
Now, this has been a long, drawn-out process with plenty of back and forth and plenty of rumors and speculation. Talks about 7-year deals, 8-year deals, bridge deals. When you look at this, it's a 6-year deal, just shy of $11 million. On paper, it's not necessarily a complicated deal, so why did it take so long to get to this point in the first place?
Well, it was a complicated process. I mean, we've talked a lot over the last few months about how Mitch Marner wanted to get a 5-year term like Austin Matthews did. How he wanted to get the kind of cap hit at $11.6 million and change that Austin Matthews did. I think that there was a lot the sides had to work through, but as you got close to the regular season, a couple facts became known. First of all, the Leafs, because of their cap issues this year, would not have been able to offer him much more money if this dragged into the season. And I think that once that was sort of acknowledged between the sides, and that's happened here in the last few days, is that Mitch Marner and his side decide, all right, we got to make the best deal we can at this point in time, because they were kind of getting boxed in to a certain degree. And look, I think that they did find something that is fair to both sides. I think both are probably a little bit uncomfortable with aspects of this contract. And to me, ultimately, especially with as long a negotiation as this was, that's a normal thing for each side to feel when they finally sign off on it.
Now, last year the Leafs went through a similar situation with William Nylander missing, though, a big chunk of the season, unlike Marner. And it didn't work out for the Maple Leafs or Nylander for that fact. He came in, wasn't the player they needed him to be. So that being said, how important is it that Marner will join the team with only missing a few days of camp and jump right into the fold?
This is going to be a massive weight off everyone's shoulders. I mean, obviously Mitch Marner first and foremost, Kyle Dubas and those in the front office that are responsible for negotiating, but I think the entire team. I mean, you go back to that Nylander situation, that hung over this group for a couple months of last season. Even Austin Matthews got his contract done in plenty of time, but there's so much discussion and focus on these extensions that now that's been wiped away, and the focus can clearly be on this season. And I think what's important to recognize here, Sean, is that the Leafs are really all in on this season. 3 of their top 4 defensemen are on expiring contracts. That's Cody Ceci, Tyson Barrie, and Jake Muzzin. They have serious cap constraints moving forward, now paying so much money in their top forwards. And they're probably never going to have a better chance at right now to compete for the Stanley Cup with this group. And so I think the fact that Marner will get here with lots of time in camp, Tavares will be on the ice, and they'll get into a routine, that's a big win for everyone involved.
Well, Chris, the moment that Maple Leaf fans have been waiting a very long time has happened. The Mitch Marner deal is done. He'll join his teammates here Saturday in St. John's.